Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Bork. In today's video, we'll be talking about my climb to number 1 in Battle Arena, a little bit about the upcoming CB, and some personal updates regarding the channel. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. One of the first things is on Twitter. I posted this like roughly around midnight last night because it was August 16th. But anyways, managed to hit number 1. It was pretty grueling, and when it comes to this, I used these teams in particular. It was my PvP comps, the Shori teams, and then the Nino Reno comp that I like to use personally, Tamaki. And then you could also use Mage Melt. Mage Melt is, this one right here, except scratch the Ilias. It would just be, no Ilia right here to be Kuka. Something like this, and most likely something like that. I think that sort of makes sense, and I feel like Kyoka should be at higher stars in order to perform well, mostly because Kyoka at 3-star, she's too squishy, but that's just a personal opinion of mine. Now, when it comes to like Battle Arena, the teams that I saw the most of was really the Tsumigi teams. Now, the reason why the Tsumigi teams are the ones that stand out to me is because Tsumigi has a crazy AoE that will hit everyone and pretty much stun folks and prevent them from attacking. She was absolutely nutty, and it's kind of surprising to see these Summer Kokoro teams, but they're actually pretty effective at defense, mostly because of the fact that, you can essentially mitigate a bunch of damage. This was a team that I saw the most of. The Summer Carol with Susan, a team with this particular style. It was kind of interesting. I'm not sure why that one was so popular. I doubt we can get one over here. All right, these Summer Pecorines, they're an absolute threat. So for the sake of it, because this is the one that I fought in particular in order to hit number 1, and we're just gonna go ahead and hit okay for the reset. We got 45 seconds. Yeah, you know what, for the sake of the video, just so you guys can see it, yeah, it's 10 jewels. That's a complete waste. It's fine. I just want to showcase it. This was what I was doing when I was climbing to number 1, refreshing, because 10 jewels is a drop in the bucket when I'm trying to climb number 1, when I know how difficult it is to climb to number 1, because whenever you hit like top 5, you will essentially get beat back if you can't find the number 1 person, right? So you're refreshing, arena and stuff, and you're trying to get into that fight, and next thing you know, you just get absolutely scuffed because someone knocks you down to like top 20 or something. But it was really lucky that I managed to fight this team in particular, because this loses Kuka right here, but by the time Kuka is dead, we can get to like the last 2 people. But I'm so thankful to the folks who hit like number 1 and they had this as their defense team, because there was no way that I could beat the Tsumigi teams. Those Tsumigi teams were absolutely insane. I could not touch them for anything that was worth it, but you can see there, we managed to win. That was the teams that I was fighting in particular. I think it was just super lucky, and that's why I was just chasing number 1 so fast, because if I didn't fight that team in particular, I can't beat this. Like, I don't know if I can beat the Summer Suzume team, and I for sure cannot beat these Tsumigi teams. I think Lace has a video on how to beat them, but yeah, she is just so insane. So you can see on my presence, we have 73 right here, and then if you scroll all the way down, you can see the 50 Battle Arena, and then 150, 50, 100. This was me essentially climbing back to the top when I went from 50 to 150. So what happened was I managed to claim like a top 10 slot. I got knocked all the way back down to like 26, and then I had to climb all the way to like 2nd place, and I just kept refreshing and fighting people. But anyways, let's go ahead and receive all, see how many jewels we get, and that is going to be 1100 and 194. It's 1100 jewels just to climb to number 1. I think the 194 is from my arenas and just other random things piled on top of it, or maybe it's like 1100 and 150. But there you go, we got 93,000 jewels, and we're probably going to be using most of that on the Tomo banners. I'm not sure if I'm going to be pitting her, but when it comes to this, how many divine amulets do I actually have left? Because I'm supposed to be 4-starring Summer Tamaki, and then I'm going to be 4-starring my Tomo as well for clan battle, in case you guys are curious. So let's go ahead and talk about clan battle really quick so you guys can see what's going on here. So we have like the wyverns and stuff, and of course the best team to tackle wyvern is going to be like the Mitsuki Hiyori team. You can of course change it up. There's plenty of teams that can tackle wyvern. This might not be the best team. Of course you can use Jun Saren, but you could probably use Jun Saren on the Lele team or the Cloud Dude or Thunder Girl. My bad, I didn't know that this was a grill. But you can essentially treat this as Griffin, and she's going to be dealing some magic damage to everyone, as you can see. Nothing too crazy right here, and she has like the same defenses on physical and magical. All right, so the boss that we're going to be fighting next is the Orc Leader, and the Orc Leader is a pain. I think everyone knows that. You could use Jun Saren. I remember we were using some really janky comps with this one. I'm pretty sure some teams will pop up. Just be careful of the stun, and Jun was really good at at escaping the stun if you timed her magical shield properly. I think that was the case, and that was really like the key to this fight, is just ignoring that stun state. But I think that's on his UB, so there's probably no way to ignore that. Dark Unicorn, this was a really easy fight. I think June Saren worked with this as well. And then the next dude is going to be the Gluttonous Warcraft, and the first thing that sticks out to me is he has lower magic defense, so that probably means we're going to be running some sort of Ilya team. If you're wondering where I'm getting this information, this is going to be the activity plan for 2020 Libra, so you can see right here, and this is on Maho Maho Insight. I'll leave it down in the description. But the bosses that I'm really worried about, it's not Dark Unicorn, but it's definitely going to be the Orc leader. He's just going to be really annoying with those stuns, and then this Gluttonous Warcraft dude, because he's going to be resistant to effects of paralysis, stun resistance, well, pretty much the standard stuff. Inflicts a lot of magical damage, inflicts moderate magical damage to 2 characters behind, and inflicts magical damage to 3 characters in the front, and reduces their skill values. So he's going to be an interesting dude to fight, especially since the fact that he's going to have lower magical defense. I personally don't like running Ilya teams because Ilya has a high chance of critting herself, and essentially you could lose like 200 to like 100k damage if she dies. So I'm not excited to fight this guy. Personally, I would rather fight something like the Bull because it's a little bit more controllable, but the Bull or Taurus was like probably one of the worst bosses ever to fight. But I'm super excited for this clan medal. I'll definitely flesh this out with more teams, and we can't use the CN sheets because the CN sheets are going to be using like the red hair Chica, which we don't have. She has like a combination between like Monica and like a few other characters, because Monica can increase attack speed, but we're not going to be getting that character. I believe her name was Kana. Let's go ahead and jump into some other things. We're just going to be talking about like some personal updates regarding like the channel and stuff, and what's been going on with me personally. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've been really stressed out with what's going on in my real life, going back into work and all that stuff. Just been a lot to handle, and of course trying to make YouTube videos, and I'm going back to school and everything. One of the things that you guys have seen me jump into is crypto, and I know you guys don't want to talk about it. The reason why I'm jumping into crypto, just so you guys know, is so that I can do this FIRE thing where you're financially independent, retire early, and the goal is to hopefully retire by 30 or 40. But I don't really want to retire. I want to do video games for a living. I want to interact with the community more often and just share my thoughts on gacha games, because I never had friends who actually wanted to play these games with me growing up. So it was really cool to have like a YouTube audience, and I thought I could do the same thing with my love for crypto, which is, you know, sort of helping me in that way. By the way, none of this is financial advice, and I'm going to be transparent with my journey. I'm incurring losses right now, and I want to share those things so folks can be aware of what scams or things to look out for in case you pursue this path, or you just want to be part of it. So if you want to see that, feel free to go on the crypto channel. Please don't go to the crypto channel if you're expecting like gameplay content, or you're expecting like some sort of content that's gacha related. It's different. This is going to stay as the gacha channel, and I'm going to keep putting out content because I love gacha games and I love this community. But one of the biggest things is the crypto channel is just like my new baby. I appreciate everyone jumping on there and just checking out the videos, but that's the real goal with the crypto channel. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to talk about recently, like, going to be quitting one of the games that I've been playing, and there's a new game that I'm currently looking into that's going to be called Alluvium. This is just a quick look at it, and one of the biggest things is this is going to be a free to play game, so anyone can play this crypto game, and there's no buy-in whatsoever. You can actually sell stuff. It's like a combination between like Pokemon and capturing the alluvials, another aspect, fighting with folks in arena. But I'll talk about that more in a different video, and I'm really hyped for that one. I can't wait. But that was just a quick teaser. Vulcan has a video in case you want to check it out on his crypto channel as well. Yeah, the only reason why I'm doing that is because gacha gaming is also putting a huge hole in my pocket, and that doesn't really help with trying to be financially, you know, free in order to play video games for a living. Because one of the biggest things is I don't want to ask people for handouts. I want to earn what I pretty much work for, and I'm into all sorts of stuff where it's like stocks or housing related or diversifying my portfolio, you know, just all the things in order so that I can be stable when I do like gaming for a living, because that's one of my biggest goals. And I love doing giveaways because I've given back to folks in Philippines money via PayPal, or I've sent people in India with like rupees and stuff. That was really cool, helping helping folks out there, sent folks, you know, money in Singapore. I've done, I'm pretty sure Brazil, Greece, like Europe, like all over the world. It's so crazy how our community is sort of global in some ways, because I never understood how big like the gacha gaming community was. And I just appreciate everyone who watches the channel. My biggest thing is just thank you. I love doing giveaways. All of it is out of pocket. I want to give back to y'all for watching the content that I put out, and I'll continue to make gameplay videos on this channel. The other channels is going to be different. That way I can share my thoughts, because a lot of the things that I pursue in my life are very lonely, and it's really just me, and there's no one else that I can share it with. And that's the reason why I started YouTube in the first. But yeah, that's what's going on with me personally. Just really busy, you know, separate stuff on crypto. You know, follow that if you want. I appreciate you guys just joining me with this journey. I can't wait to cover more of Konosuba. The upcoming clan battle, this one's definitely going to be a doozy, because we have it on a weekend, and weekends really make it so that everyone can play. So we'll all be like able to actually deal damage. And this gluttonous Warcraft dude, he's going to be messing with people because of his lower magical defense, and Ilya teams are probably going to be pretty effective against this guy. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 27,500 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Also, thanks for hearing me out on like the personal stuff. I really appreciate you going above and beyond for listening towards that part of the video. You're absolutely amazing. Have a fantastic day, and good luck on everything.